So we just want to touch on the absolute basics on safety planning around being online. So learning how social media works and engaging with it in a positive way is a really great way to show your young person what is and what isn't okay to do online. Technology really does move so fast, and what we discuss tonight may well be outdated by tomorrow. So the links on your screen now are really the best ones to look at if you have any questions. These are updated regularly and have the most up-to-date information. We've spoken about role modelling a lot, but there's a reason for that. Young people learn how to behave by watching how you behave. So keep on top of your own privacy settings, keep those up to date, and show your young person how to stay on top of theirs. You could even ask them to check out your privacy settings. Young people are often very tech savvy, and helping you with this will role model to them the importance of privacy and give them some ownership that they've taught you something, even if you knew it already. Role model by thinking before you post and show them that you really are thinking about that. So for example, you could say something like, I quite like this photo of me, but you can clearly see our house in the background, so that wouldn't really be a great one to post online. Let's also all try and ask ourselves if our comment is constructive before we post it. Let's try and not hide behind our profile pictures. Let's help our young people to realise that social media absolutely is not anonymous. So explain to your young person that their online reputation will stay with them for a very long time. So if you wouldn't say something to someone's face, don't say it to them online. Maybe think about giving yourself a rule around who you connect with on social media and who you don't. For example, if you would stop and say hi to them on the street, you'll add them as a Facebook friend. This helps to demonstrate those boundaries in the online world to our young people. Maybe try and find some topics your family are interested in and talk about it. Take that conversation online by commenting on a group or a page about the topic and show your young person how to connect with others safely and respectfully on issues that they care about, and demonstrate those respectful conversations online. Show your young people that some people may have different opinions to you, but treat people with the same respect that you would give them face-to-face and report any troll-like or bullying behaviour instead of engaging with it. Being friends with your young person on social media can, of course, be a very positive thing, but there are some guidelines to try and follow. So try and remember this is a personal social space. So just like when they hang out with their friends in their room, do try and give them space and privacy by not liking or commenting on everything that they post online. This way, they're much more likely to keep you as a friend and they're less likely to feel embarrassed or smothered. Talk about their online behaviour. So if something happens on your young person's social media page and you really feel like you need to step in, try and do it in person rather than online. Commenting on social media about personal issues won't encourage trust and respect in your relationship with your young person. So instead, talk in person about what happened online and talk about how they could react or respond in a more positive way or what they could do differently next time. Your young person might not be showing you the whole picture, and that's absolutely okay. Young people are very savvy with technology and they might have worked out how to block you from seeing some post. It is important that you respect their privacy and have a chat with them if you feel that they're not being open or transparent enough. It can be useful to try and see things from your young person's perspective. Like it or not, we know that mobile technology has become a big part of many young people's daily lives. Instead of going in hard and imposing a whole lot of rules on phone use from the outset, it can be much better to try and open that dialogue. So talk to them about what they're using their phone for and let them know any worries that you might have. You may, of course, encounter a little resistance, but speaking openly and honestly is much more likely to allow you to have a proper conversation instead of that shouting match. Curiosity really is so important. So let's all try and think about how we phrase questions or comments. For example, think about how differently your teenager may react if you say something like, that sounds like a funny video, what is it? Rather than always on your phone listening to such loud videos too. They're much more likely to engage in that conversation with us if we're gentle and if we're inquisitive. And if you do feel like their phone use is getting seriously out of hand and that it is causing real problems, you may want to talk to them about some reasonable compromises when it comes to how much time they spend on it. So, for example, you might agree with them that they can go on it in their own time, but when it comes to spending quality time together as a family, say during meal times, it's rude to start texting other people. Establishing a set of rules in your own home will help create a sense of consistency and reinforce a healthy understanding of boundaries. Try making a safety plan with your young person about social media. So this doesn't necessarily need to be wrote down, it could just be verbal. You could start exploring with them what social media sites they use and what's good about them, and then go on to explore what they could do if they didn't feel safe on social media. And sometimes, of course, we all need a break from social media. So explore with your young person what they could do when they have some time away from scrolling through Instagram. Could they have a relaxing bubble bath? Could they watch a movie? Could they read a book? Could you go out for a family walk or even arrange a family games night once a month, with that rule being of no phone?